Hey everyone, this is Latrell and welcome to Latrell Talks podcast sessions. So today I want to talk about why I started writing. So I've been writing for, well, I've been writing at a very young age. I think that always been a very creative person, but I saw writing as a way to escape the reality around me. I wasn't very popular in school. I was always teased for what I look like, how I talked. I was always tall, dark skinned, and fat. Even in adulthood, I'm still the same. But yeah, that kind of made my childhood growing up with my peers a little rough because of all the teasing. I just didn't feel like I fit in anywhere. So when I started writing, it was kind of to escape that. So create a world where it's out of my head. It's a ideal world or not an ideal world, or a world where I just get my frustrations out. So I've kind of been a creative person all of my life, and writing just really allowed me to get thoughts to paper or get the thoughts out that I couldn't vocalize. As I got older, I kind of stopped writing because I felt like, okay, I wasn't going to do anything with it because I was just, getting out frustrations. And I went through a period of time, well, probably 20 years, where I didn't write anything. So I started back writing in 2020. I was laid off due to the pandemic. I was laid off actually 2 days after my birthday and the day of my vacation. So if you ever seen the movie Friday, they're like, how did you get fired on your day off? Well, I got laid off while I was on my vacation. So that's that's how Nova the Executioner of Justice came into manifestation, but I'll talk about that in another session. So I started writing again, and like I said before, it was to get out my frustration. And since then, since 2020, I haven't stopped writing. Since 2020, I've released 4 books now. There's Nova the Executioner of Justice, which is my first book, was released back in 2021. And then I have the Friend Trilogy, which the 2 books were released. The first 2 books were released last year, 2022. And then the next book will be released on the 28th of this month. So that's in about a week going on. I do love writing, more so to just create a different world. Um, I wish that there was a way to actually get my stuff out on screen or on paper without me actually having to write it, because sometimes it takes a little while. But I think that technology would be a little scary though. But yeah, I really do love writing. I love the act of writing. I love, just creating something that's completely different from the reality, or even playing off what's going on now and making it this whole big thing. I like to say that my writing kind of has a toe in reality, but then it turns into this horror or shit show. I think I can still curse on YouTube. But what I like to write about is I'll take something, emotion, and just start writing around that. With my trilogy, my French trilogy story, it actually manifests from a short story, and I won't get too much into it, so I'll put that in another session, the origin story of that. But the emotion that I put forth was loneliness. I experienced loneliness. I still experience loneliness. And, I just said, okay, let me think of a story where I can I guess just create a world that's centered around this one emotion. And that's what I did. I didn't even plan on making that short story, which is called A Friend for the Lonely. I didn't even plan on making it a book. It just kind of came to me after I wrote that short story, and I had my family listen to it, and they had a lot of opinions about it. But like I said, I'll get more into that where I do story origins. But yeah, I like to do that, and I don't know, just it really comes to me. And I heard somewhere where someone said sometimes depressed people, or people who have experienced a lot of tragedy or trauma, they tend to make better writers. I don't know if that's true, but for me, it's really helped me to get my frustrations out and get whatever I could out on paper. And I I don't regret it. It may make some people mad, but these are the stories I have to tell. These are the stories I have to tell, and sometimes I'm better writing stuff on paper than I am vocalizing stuff. But I'm trying to get better at that. That's why this podcast was actually created, because I want to get better at vocalizing, because for a long time my voice has been suppressed because I was always afraid of being too much, and I was always afraid of having too much attention on me, because in my world, where I grew up around, or wherever, family, friends, well, not friends, family, peers, being too much was not considered a good thing. And so I internalized that, and I really suppressed my voice, and I shouldn't have. But this is helping me, writing's helping me, and there's more to come for me. I trust me, I have a lot to say.